Hey, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. It's Jan, the Knicks fan, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the playoffs to get started. But in today's news, we're going to bring some silly comments made by a coach who's just trying to motivate his team. And I can't blame him. I can't blame him. You know, the Atlanta Hawks lost 3 times to the Knicks, so he's doing whatever he got to do to get his team motivated. Well, anyway, he came out with some silly idea that the NBA want the Knicks in the playoffs. I mean, New York is one of the most storied franchises in the NBA, and yes, I know they will want, you know, it's a business, and they will want that team to be in the NBA, the playoffs. But for Nick McMillan to suggest some shit like that, it's crazy. He already going. I already know what he's doing too. So if we start playing the games and it seems like the Knicks is getting more calls than the Atlanta Hawks, that could be his fallback. Well, anyway, the NBA fined him $25,000. You know what I'm saying? And actually, because they call that detrimental comments. In other words, he was trying to say the NBA is biased towards the Knicks, and the games haven't even started yet. Well, anyway, let's just get in here. You know, I don't blame the man. He's just trying to motivate his team. In other news, Derrick Rose, Julius Randle, and my coach, Super Tibbs, my super coach, Tibbs Thibodeau, all been nominated for awards. Tibbs for Coach of the Year, Derrick Rose, 6th Man, and it's not the award I wanted for Julius Randle, but I'll take it. MIP, MIP, if you want to say, Most Improved Player of the Year. They have other candidate. I think it's Derrick Rose. Let's see, Derrick Rose, Jordan Clarkson, and Joe Ingles all running for 6th Man of the Year. Them the top 3 candidates for 6th Man of the Year. Then when you come to Most Improved Players, there's Julius Randle, Jeremy Grant, and Michael Porter Jr. That should be a goddamn runaway for Julius Randle, to be honest with you, because Michael Porter Jr., he's been playing good, but I don't know how you can really say improved player, because when he came into the league, he came off a back injury, so you couldn't really expect much. I guess they was like, oh, so he's playing. I don't know, but they have him in that category, improved player. Jeremy Grant, we had his brother on our team some years ago. Excuse me. I mean, this is Julius Randle Award. This is to say it like that. Now the 6th Man with Rose, Joe Ingles, and Jordan Clarkson, I still say, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Knicks should win the award. Them 3 awards down. Like, okay, Tibbs is going against Monty Williams. I ain't even put that in Monty Williams over there in Phoenix. If you think about it, they have a much better team than the New York Knicks. So I'm saying, how should he get the Coach of the Year? Because he would have to split them duties with Chris Paul. Let's be realistic. He would have to split Coach of the Year with Chris Paul. That's all I'm saying. He would have to split the Coach of the Year with Chris Paul. Because Chris Paul basically is the general when he get on the court and he runs that team. I mean, come on, let's be real. All right. Let's do a little matchup against Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks for this series. You know what I'm saying? All-time games the Knicks play against the Hawks, we won what? We covered what? In all-time games, our record against Atlanta, we won 183 games and they won 197 games. That's throughout the NBA history. Right now, points per game, the Knicks is 26 and the Atlanta Hawks is 13. I know, you know what I'm saying? That's the 13-point gap, whatever you want to call it. But it didn't seem to bother the Knicks when we took them out this year. Let's talk about some advantages. Well, we all know that Atlanta Hawks have the advantage on point guards with Trae Young. He's averaging 24 points against the Knicks. And we have a committee of point guards when we come in. And so far, Elfrid Payton, he continues to be our starting point guard. And a lot of people is questioning that. But actually, I think it's a good idea because for the first couple of minutes of the game, let's face it, Payton is not a guard that's going to go out there and score. Well, he do score, but not like Trae Young. Let's be honest. So if he get in foul trouble earlier, that's when Tibbs start bringing in Robes and quickly, and it works out because if they do start getting in foul trouble, it's usually from the second quarter on, so it doesn't really affect them. Like, think about it. How many times Quickly fouled out? How many times Rowe fouled out? I should have put them stats because it just came in my head. But at the same time, just think about them facts. And I like the way Coach Tibbs is doing it, because you put Peyton in there because you know you're not going to expect much, but the other team is going to come out. He's going to play good. He's going to give you good defense. Now, we can say anything about his scoring, but Peyton do play very well when it comes to defense. So let's not just all fall back. We just want him to put up more points and more assists. And sometimes you can't blame him because earlier on in the game, and when he passed that ball out, Bullock and Barrett, they just getting warm up and they missing their shots. Randle too, and much as I like New Orleans or Noel, he's a good defensive player, but he's not a very aware offensive player. Like, they can give him the ball, and sometimes he fumbling that ball, mess up the shot, and got to dish it back out. But the other time it looked pretty, and they gave it to him, and he get that done. All right. When it comes to power forward, we got that locked down. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Julius Randle is better than any power forward they have on there, including John Collins, because he is their power forward with Clint Capella coming in and being their center. Now, if you want to talk about the X factor, I'm gonna bring it in for the New York Knicks as well, and for the Atlanta Hawks. Our X factor will be Barrett. You know what I'm saying? Barrett is averaging 21 points against the Hawks. He's shooting 44% from the field and 40% from downtown and 74% from the free throw line when he plays the Atlanta Hawks. But at the same time, since Nick Miller had taken over the Atlanta Hawks, you had Bogdanovich. When they first signed him, they signed him to a big contract. It didn't look like it was going to pay off. But since Nate Miller came in, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's been shooting like 50% from the field, 49% from downtown, and 88% from the free throw line. Like, he woke something up. And I mean, Nick Miller was a good player, and now you're starting to see he was a good coach. Even when he coached Indiana, they just couldn't get to go over that hump. But anyway, my predictions, let's see. Because we are tied 41 and 33. The Knicks have a net rating of 2.4, where Atlanta Hawks have a 2.2 rating. The Knicks won the last 16 out of 20 games, where Atlanta is last 7 and 1 out of the last 8 games. They're both coming in playoffs, playing very good. A hot team, if someone may want to say. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I predicted in 5. I might be changing my predictions, people, because I don't know. I just had you know what I'm saying? I'm a Knicks fan, true through and blue, just like this shirt. But sometimes the Knicks come out, and I don't know what, and I said it before, these are not the same Knicks team. But they come and drop that first game. But I'm telling you right now, if we come out and win that first game, it's over for Atlanta. I'm telling you right now, my predictions is 5. But I'm really, really hoping for that broom. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying. To put a little slapping on with that sweet, we played the Atlanta Hawks 3 times this year. The last game we played them was on April 2nd. We won that game in overtime, 137 to 127. Before that was February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. That's why I made that. It was a lovely game, baby. It was a lovely game. It was romantic. You know what I'm saying? That was left over from the day before. The Knicks took that game 123 to 112. I actually made a joke in my last video. I remember that now. Just think about it. I was talking about that group 112 from Atlanta. And then on January 4th, we beat them 113 to 108. So I know the Atlanta Hawks still have them losses fresh in their mind. Their coach, I think he was only there for 1 game. If I'm wrong, probably 2, but most likely 1 game. The coach got fired soon after. Matter of fact, I think the coach got fired after the second game. They lost to the Knicks. Earlier that season, the Atlanta Hawks they wasn't playing as a team. John Collins and Trae Young, they had a little beef going on, but they worked it out, as we can see. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm being honest with you. In other news, we have Luka Valdoza. He should be arriving here. I'm making this video. It's Friday, so I'm going to say today. Later on today. And who knows if the Knicks play well and get out the second round, which I'm hoping they do, because I did predict number 5 games that we win this series. We might see some of Luka. If he get into practice and they see that he got something to bring, you know what I'm saying? We might throw Peyton in the first 2 minutes, or Peyton might be gone. Or if he really something to work with, we might see Derrick Rose starting and seeing him coming off the bench with my man Emmanuel Quickly, Isaiah 2.0, with that shooting guard role coming off the bench. We'll see. But you know, I had showed in my past videos of Luka, and I'm telling you, he's a young player, but he's a smart player. I'm telling you, he's a very smart player. He's coming over from Europe, and I think he played in the Spanish league, and that's one of the second toughest leagues in the world, to be honest with you. So I think the Knicks picked up something good. We beat everybody to the punch with this player, as you know, reports been going around. And I think this is going to be the Knicks is heading somewhere a lot of people ain't expecting, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. You know what I'm saying? So until Sunday, I might slide another video in here. You know what I'm saying? But until Sunday, all I'm going to say is stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.